I'm going to be discussing 5 things I wish I knew before I started my small business. If you missed the first part of this video, I'm going to link it down in the description box down below or somewhere on the screen. So do well to check it out. This is going to be a series I'm going to be covering over the next X amount of weeks. So if you're new here, my name is Ifizzzcreations and I run a small business that have been running since almost 5 years now. And here are some of the things I wish I knew or someone I would have told me about before I started. First things first, there's going to be highs and lows when you're running a small business. It's not smooth sailing, it's not a linear straight line. The times that you're going to be doing exceptionally well, and the times that the business is going to be experiencing like quiet times or slow seasons or nothing happening at all. So this is a time where you would need to have something to fall back on, either a second income, because either running a business or doing a full-time job, you always need to have multiple streams of income, because even the Bible says it. So you're sitting in the morning, so you're sitting in the evening, you never know which one reaps or harvest. Multiple streams of income is always necessary in navigating the highs and lows of running a small business. Having multiple streams of income or having something to fall back on is always important, because it's not if it's going to happen, it's more when it's going to happen. So it's always nice to have multiple streams of income that you can use towards living your life, funding yourself, paying your bills, because the bills never go on pause, they never go on holiday. Whether you have the money or not, you still have bills to pay. So you need to know how to navigate the highs and the lows when it comes to running a small business. Next thing is being consistent. Now, consistency, I know you've heard this so many times, but yeah, you have to be consistent, even when it looks like nothing is happening, even when it looks like you're not moving the needle, even when it looks like you're not where you need to be. When it comes to being consistent, you have to be strategically consistent. So if you're doing something and it looks like it's not doing much, I've tried it so many times, you put your all in it, there's no point being consistently doing the wrong thing or navigating things that are not leading you or taking you to where you need to be. But when I say strategically consistent, I mean find something that works, and when you see that it works, double down on it. So that's what I mean. So if you have a brand, for example, maybe a clothing brand, and you're trying multiple products, for example, and you find one product that works, double down on it. So be consistent, consistently produce either that same style or market your product in the same way that you see that is working. So it's not a case of, oh, people are going to get tired of it. No, they're not getting tired of it. If there's a demand for it, if there is traction in a particular thing you're doing, double down on it and just keep working on that thing multiple times in different variations, different styles, different techniques, but double down or be consistent on that particular thing that you've identified that is working, because then it will take you from where you currently are to where you need to be. The next thing is track your expenses. This is one of the vital things you need to know or you need to be doing when you start a business. Or even if you've already started and this is not something you're already doing, I think it's something you need to take a few steps back, go through all your accounts, either you're paying it into a business account or into your personal account. Just go back and then just have a sit down, get a spreadsheet or any app that you think would work well for you. Put all your incomes, your expenses, just so you can know your profits, your losses, if the business is doing well, if there's some areas you need to move money around to help the business grow, and how much you need to pay yourself, because that way you're able to work out how well the business is doing, what's making it do well, what time of the year is doing well, or if there's a specific day of the week that it works. So just like understanding the funding or the money that goes into your business will go a long way to just help things financially in general. So yeah, that's definitely something to think about and something to work on. The next thing you need to be thinking about when you're starting a business or when you're um already in the business is to just start. I know you've heard this so many times, just start the business. But really, because people spend so much time thinking about the business, preparing to prepare for the business, planning to plan for the business. And it just takes so much time. The amount of ideas we have sat in our notepads or sat in some app somewhere on our phone or on our laptops or just written down somewhere, but we have not actually done anything about it is just mind blowing. So I think this is one of the most important points I'm going to be mentioning today. If you've identified the product or the service that you want to be working on, I think the best thing you need to do is just start the business and you figure things out along the way. You don't need to overthink it, because I feel that is one thing that sets people back when it comes to starting a business. The thought process, the overthinking, would it do well, would it not do well, the self-doubt, would people like my products, would people not like my products. The thing is, you never know if you do not start. So just take that leap of faith, spread your wings, and then just fly. If you fly, fine. If you do not fly, you probably land on somewhere that is higher than where you started from, or maybe lower. Either ways, you're going to learn something from where you are, or just taking that first step. So yeah, when it comes to when you've identified what you want to do, just take that first leap and just start, and you figure things out along the way. The last and final thing you need to be thinking about when you start a business is, when you identify the product you want to start with or the service you want to start with, you need to start thinking of this as a business, not as a hobby, not as a I'll do it when I want to. You have to take it serious. Now, when I say take it serious, it has to come off as professional. So that means with how you package your business, the branding, the way you present your business out to people, it needs to look serious. So, say it's a product based business you're doing, what are you selling on? So, when you've identified the platform you want to be selling on, you want to make sure that the product that you're offering is top notch, is up to standard. You want to make sure that the pictures that people are seeing, this is if it's an online based business, the pictures that people are seeing in order for them to buy the product is up to standard as well, because pictures are the only thing they can use to determine what the product is or how well the product is doing. If you can get videos as well to show how the product works, to show movements, to show just generic how the product works, just so it shows seriousness in the way the business is. Also, if you're able to get reviews from, say, customers that have ordered from you, or friends and families if your business is just starting out, because that would build social proof, that would let people know that this is a serious business. It's not just a scam on a website that you cannot trust. The arrangement of your images on the website needs to be up to standard. It doesn't have to be too overly professional, but just good enough so that people can see exactly what you're selling. If there are areas in the product you need to highlight, or areas in your services that you need to highlight, you need to be able to let people know what your unique selling point is. You need to be able to let people know why they should buy from you, as against the 1,000 other people that are probably selling the same thing you're doing or offering the same service you're offering. So it's very, very important to treat your business as a business, not as a hobby, not as something you would just come back to when you get around to doing it. So yeah, your business needs to be as serious as you want people to take it. So that's just one point you need to think about or have in mind. And those are the 5 points I want to mention. And what I would want to also add to the points I've mentioned is, start before you're ready, which is what I've already said earlier. And because when you start before you're ready and you have like additional income, so say you're working a full-time job, or you have income that you've saved up, and you start the business, you're able to test out the product to see, does this work or does this not work? So while you still have income, it's nice to test out your product, because then you're not operating from a place of scarcity or lack. You're able to try things out in detail without like rushing it, or without being in a haste to release something that would not be good enough for people to look at. So yeah, start before you're ready and test out your ideas while you still have income, and then build discipline, because discipline is what is going to get you from the point you are to the point you need to get to, or the point you're working to get to. Because when it comes to running a business, like I said in the first point, there's going to be highs, there's going to be lows. It's how you navigate the highs and the lows that is going to propel you forward, or is going to move the needle, or is going to make a difference in how your business is going, or in how things are going. So yeah, you have to be self-disciplined. Motivation is not going to work for you. Dreaming dreams is not going to work for you. Writing goals without executing it is not going to work for you. But yeah, make sure you're disciplined. Try things out. If it fails, try again. Just keep trying until you get to where you need things to be, or the right product you want to be able to offer to people, or the right service you want to be able to offer to people. So yeah, these are some of the things I wish I knew when I was starting out my business, and things you can still do regardless of what stage you are in your business. So let me know in the comment section below, what are the things you wish you knew before you start your business, or what are the things you currently have just figured out or have just found out? Leave that in the comment section so we can all learn and all grow together. Thanks for watching today, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.